it the time to buy or sell a home in Ayden, North Carolina?
We like to do these market updates for you every single month so you can make that decision for yourself based on real data in our real time and not necessarily what's happening in national news. It's really based on data, what's happening in our market here. We do a different video for Pitt County, but we like to really focus in on Ayden as well, and that's what we're going to do now.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to know if it's the time to buy. And then first, we need to dig into the data and inventory tell us what we're going to share with you now. Active homes in the market in October 2024 was 55 homes, and a month before in September was 58, and last year this time was 49, which put us at 12.2% of increase in the number of active homes.
Now, under contract, pending, contingent, all very similar meanings. It all means that there's a contract that's working towards closing. But either way, it's 17 homes that just happened last month. The month before that was 20. Last year at this time was 13, so it's actually up 30%.
Exactly. And part of this equation is also the sold home, the house that already finished, sold in they were pending for 30 days, and is 18 homes in October 2024, 20 homes in September 2024, 17 homes in last year this time, which put us at 5.9% increase.
Now, when we look at inventory, there's a number. If you take active plus pending divided by sold, you get an inventory rate. An inventory rate, if it's under 6 months, is considered a seller's market. If it's over 6 months, it's considered a buyer's market. And we like to do these numbers for you all the time so you can really see what's happening. And so what just happened in October was an interesting month. Right before an election, it was at, now our inventory rate is at a 4-month supply, which is higher, but not the end of the world, and we see things happening and changing. So what the month before that was 3.9. Last year this time 3.65. So it's actually up 9%, but I would guess it's going to be different next month.
Exactly. Therefore, we're going to dig into the more data to give you that answer to that question. Stay with us after our introduction.
We're going to talk about days are died, list, rental, and everything else, and of course mean. So yes, let's hit it. Now, average days on market. Average day, tell me about that.
Average days on the market is the time that it takes to a house get listed and sold in the market, and it was 79 days in the market in October 2024. It got longer because in September was just 69, and last year this time was 50 days, which really the day on the market increased 58%.
Very cool. Now, for median list price is when it's put into the MLS, how much is it being sold for, and what is going on with this? So with October, what was being put into the list is $319,900 on average. The month before that was $321,995. Last year at this time, $287,990. So it's actually up 11% on list price. What about the recently sold?
Exactly. The
median
recently sold,
median
which
sold.
is the median sold, is $296,245 in October 2024. And in September was $294,500. Last year at this time was $287,500, which put us at more than 3% increase from last year to this year.
Now, we do also like to look at, now Ayden is not known for having townhomes and condos at the filming of this video, so it's all single family homes in Ayden. Now, we like to look at the dirty number of how much your home is worth, price per square foot. If you were to say, what is my averages on what my house is, without going high or low, depending on what is your house amazing, does it need to be downgraded? This is rough numbers. So single family home, if you're buying brand new, it will be $178 a square foot. What about pre-owned?
Pre-owned was $141 for everything, but since we don't have a condo or townhouse at the moment, it's just going to be all for single family home too.
Now, we also like to dig into the data a little bit more and see how much of that is new construction versus previously owned.
Exactly. In October 2024, the new construction has 3.3 months of supply for the Ayden, and months before that actually was 5 months.
Very cool. And previously owned, it's been stable at 2.7 months of supply. So you can see that the new construction has been more than half of this inventory. Now let's talk about mean home value. People care about mean because mean is a weighted average. Weighted averages, they try to factor out the top and they factor out the lower to give us a real number. And in housing, that would be, we would factor out the mansions, factor out the shacks, and then try to figure out what is that middle number in between, because this is going to tell us the mean home value based on data. And this number changes basically how much appreciation your home might be worth compared to last year. So with that, you want to give me the numbers?
Exactly. $209,697 for October 2024, and months before that in September, very close, $209,648, just $50 difference. And last year at this time was $203,426, which put us at how much appreciation?
2.6%, which is pretty good. Because we went to a conference last month, and we were hearing all these numbers and all these different states and how they were talking about national news, and they were having appreciation go down. So we've not had that situation. So that's a lovely thing. Now let's talk about rent. Rent is the median rent for all bedrooms in Ayden was $1,300. It can go up to $2,300, and month over month change. This was a $50 change. Now, if you're a home buyer and you're thinking, I want to buy a home and I am paying $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a month, there's options for you to buy a home. So don't think it's completely out of reach 100%. It might not be everything you want, because if you want the mansion and we're talking $200,000, that's a very different beast. But you can get something that is your own and make it your own, and it is something that you will have financial control over. That once you own a home, prices never change. This proves your future, holds you against future inflation, which is great. You can also you can factor in your finances, which is a way to grow wealth. So it is a really amazing opportunity when you actually own a home. It's wealth building, it's stability, it's something for your family. It's so many reasons to buy a home. And if it's your time to buy a home, it's your time to buy a home.
And we promise to tell you why this is a time good for buying or selling home. And based on this, as my wife said, the inventory a little bit increased. It still is under 6 months. But also the houses stay in the market more, 79 in average. And we have less brand new construction, but also if you're looking at the inventory for pre-owned home, is still we are the same as the last months. Therefore, the question for you is here that the house appreciated 2.6%. At the same time, there is the same amount of the pre-owned and less amount, and this lease price actually went 3% up from last year to this year, even from the last month to this month. That's why here you need to basically look at this, that if you're a seller, you can still get the top dollar, and if you're a buyer, it's still based off the days on the market. It's still you have a choice to shop around and get the house that you want with the incentives that you need to talk to us.
Absolutely.
And then don't forget to watch all of our playlists, and finally don't forget to subscribe in our channel, and we love to see you and your comments, and give us a call.